Hey, what's up? It's Cracc Cobain, and we're back with another episode of Camino Corner. Today, I got the Camino Gang with me. I'm gonna have everybody go down the line and introduce themselves, starting to my right.
I'm your right?
Yeah.
BrokenPus, a.k.a. Genocidetron. I make metal and death.
Nyxon, hip-hop artist.
Do That, a.k.a. Beretta, Jeremy Bryan, professional drummer. I used to rap.
Facts. Introduce yourself.
Oh yeah, my name is Emmy Alexander. I'm a hip hop artist as well.
And we're missing one person there, our boy Spaz, but he's here in spirit. I'm gonna do this or that just to break the ice with everybody. So I'm gonna ask you a couple questions. You just tell me like either this or that. You could get with this or you could get with that. You know?
Thank you for explaining the rules again.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Appreciate
sir.
that.
So we're gonna talk about studio sessions. Do you prefer your sessions to be long or short? You can go down the line same way.
Long.
Long.
Short.
No, I like them long because you gotta take your time and you get what you need to do.
Church, I feel that.
Yeah.
I agree. I like it long. I think the longest session we ever had was like 12 hours between all of us. Great
Yeah.
times. Do you prefer to create in the moment or prepare yourself?
Oh my God, in the moment. Emphatically. I want 7 hours to do it or else I'm screwed.
Okay.
You're such a metalhead. Nah, I like to prepare beforehand.
Okay.
In the moment.
Yeah.
Emphatically.
Emphatically.
That one. That word.
What about you, Emmy?
Yeah, I like to do it like in the moment. Like I listen to a beat and then like it makes me want to like write it at the moment. So, but I like to prepare sometimes. So it's really I'm 50-50.
Okay, for sure. I like to prepare, but I've also had like dope songs that I've done in the moment. Like me and back in the days, we would have me and Genocidetron here would have 15 minutes to create a beat and write the verse at the same time, and we made some magic doing that. So, like, I
Think
can say
about
both.
Matahari. Remember Matahari?
Matahari,
Oh,
bro,
that thing
I was
great.
done with the verse by the time he was finished with the beat.
That's right.
So that was fun. Another one is gonna be do you prefer to record in a group setting or by yourself?
In a group.
Yeah, definitely in a group.
Group.
Yeah, most definitely group.
I'm 50-50 on that. I love the group setting when it's us. I feel like that's fire.
Yeah, that's what
Younger me, the more the merrier in the studio. Older me, I'd rather be by myself if I'm not with ECMG because I feel like I get more done. Just give me the engineer, let's roll. Do you prefer recording or performing?
Damn, that's a really hard one.
Yeah.
Performing.
Okay,
Definitely performing.
I can see that.
Been doing it for 20 years. I want to keep going.
I say 50-50.
I feel that.
Wow.
What about you, do that?
I'm going to say performing, but recently I've been doing music with David that's separate from what we've done for the past, whatever,
Yeah, we're
20
gonna get into that
years.
too.
And it's been kind of fun recording
Okay.
for the first time ever.
Got you.
But I'm just going to go with performing. I've been doing that, so I'll just stick with that one.
Got you. Emmy?
Yeah, I rather record. I don't perform that much. I haven't been able to been on stage. I was at one time. What was it it wasn't at the Goose. Yeah, it was the Goose, and then
The Goose, we did the show in Sweetwater.
and then the other one that we did at that club that got shut down, right? It was like at the upstairs in the second floor. You remember that?
I don't remember that. We'll get back to that though.
Yeah.
It was like on Flagler somewhere.
Yeah, some random.
That was the Sweetwater joint.
That was a
Yeah.
Sweetwater, yeah.
Yeah.
I like performing, but I haven't,
Do you prefer late nights or early mornings?
As far as what, recording?
Recording.
Oh, man. Late night. Late night. For sure.
I'm going to have to say, like, early afternoon. Because you know me, I be getting too messed up
I feel
by
you.
the time nighttime
I
comes
feel
around.
you.
You're breaking the rules.
What about you, do that? No, that's fair. you can go 50-50, so you can go early afternoon. I feel that.
Late night, everything. Everything's late night.
I prefer mornings.
Oh, what?
Yeah, let me be the first session, bro. Like, give me a cup of hot tea. Let me get to rolling.
Yeah, I like to go at night or like in the middle, like with Nick, because every time he goes to the studio, me and him always tag along. So
No, I feel that. Older me, I should say younger me. Older me likes mornings. Younger me, I prefer nighttime. Like, let me be in there as late as I can. But now I'm like, nah, bro. Let me treat that shit like a job. Let me get it done early. You feel me?
No.
LPs or EPs?
LPs.
Definitely an LP.
Okay.
LP.
What about you, Emmy?
Yeah, LP. My next project's I'm trying to make an LP.
I'm tied on this one. I like both.
Dude, EPs are for the weak, man.
Man,
They
fuck
are
that.
for the weak.
It's
I
not
feel
enough
like
music.
If you could get a solid 5 songs and make it work, I can fuck with it.
A good EP is better than
Than a
Bad
long
LP,
than a
yeah.
long LP that has
Right.
too
I
much
agree.
going
No,
on.
but I
Right.
agree with that.
Yeah.
I do agree with that.
That's why I'm 50-50 on it. 16 bars or 12 bars?
Oh, 16.
16.
Yeah,
Come on now.
16.
Man.
12.
Genocide trying to give you 27.
Yeah,
no.
34 and
I'm
3
12.
quarters.
I'm 12.
But you gonna give the most solid 12 though?
No, but because of Genocidetron, sometimes it's a little bit the
Too much.
27.
Oh,
The bitch
yeah,
should be
yeah.
27
A little too
bars,
much.
yeah.
So I'm gonna start going 12
But
now.
what about 8 bars at like 70
How about
beats
4?
per minute?
No.
8 bars at 70 beats per minute. That's what I like.
I could do 8 bars.
But in 70 beats per minute,
I mean, it's possible, yeah.
do like a Ice Cube flow.
Yeah,
Chopped and screwed.
I can make it happen. All right, so that's enough of the this or that. I think we broke the ice already. Let's start it by telling them like how we all met each other.
Whoa.
I think
You
that's
got time
Well,
for this?
yeah, we got time.
All right. Well, starting from me, I guess. So I met Nyxon. And it's hard to not say the
You
the
can say it.
well,
You can say it.
Yeah, you
met,
can
I
say-
met
you
Nikki
can say names.
in 3rd grade. He was the first person I met when I got to public school from like a real hardcore Christian cult school. Very first person. I sat down in Miss Rosano's art
No.
class. What was her name? What was her name?
Rosano.
Something. I don't remember.
God,
what
man,
it
he went to
Warner?
elementary school. I
No,
was
no, no,
thinking
no.
like
Well,
high
yeah.
school.
Yo, for
I
real.
was in that class, yeah, but it was whoever that art teacher is in. I sat in that art class right next to
you're
you.
right.
Yeah,
Rosano.
bro. Did you see?
Yo, I forgot about you. Just
You
opened
see?
up Pandora's box.
All the drugs didn't mess up my brain that bad.
Nah, they messed up mine.
We'll get to that.
yeah. I met Dudat in the pit of maybe before. I knew Dudat in middle school, but I met him formally, and we started our metal band when I was about 15. at-
9th grade?
At Palmetto. What?
9th grade?
No. The summer from 9th grade
To 10th grade.
But y'all met 9th grade in the pit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I played bass in marching band, and he played percussion.
But
and
we
stuff like
spoke to each other in middle school, but we weren't
we
we
weren't
weren't friends at all. We were
Right.
just like, I know who that is. He knows who I am,
That's
and
it.
that's about it.
Right.
So
Exactly.
Okay.
I met. Actually, you're gonna have to fill in the blank because I can't remember.
No, motherfucker. Apparently, you met me in 9th grade and you thought I was a piece of shit because I always had my T-shirt off and I was talking to the girls.
Oh,
That's what you told me, and I believe you. I was an arrogant asshole, so I
Okay.
believe you.
Okay. But I don't remember the exact circumstance we met on a music professional
the
level.
friendship I think developed
Because of
after
you.
high school.
Yeah,
though.
because of you.
Right.
Well,
so the
because-
friendship here.
I hope we
what?
tell that story today because
What
it's hilarious.
story?
But I remember the first time we worked together. It was me being very, very angry. Like, I cannot take this anymore. This is mad.
No, that wasn't the first time. We're going to get to that, though.
Okay,
That was
okay.
like, we had already known each other for like 6 months at that point, bro.
I think the drugs have affected. This
Yeah,
part
it's
of my
okay.
life.
We'll get into that. When did you meet Emmy?
I met Emmy with Metal Nick and all these other people. I met him through you, I think, or Sanchez, one of the two.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Shout out to Sanchez.
Yeah. So there's gonna be some crossover, but go ahead.
All right, go ahead, Nick.
Where do I begin? I mean,
Well,
you talked about
You and David already spoke about how y'all met, so.
Your vision of how you guys met. I'm interested.
The first thing I remember is when your mom was doing lunch bunch with us.
Oh.
She kept bringing those McDonald's Big Macs and whatnot.
Yeah, my mom always brought that
Yo,
fire.
shout out to your mom, though, 'cause
Oh,
that
yeah,
shit was
yeah.
great.
Yeah,
Even
yeah.
in high school, those big. Ooh.
His mom used to have the best cheese at the crib, too. She
Oh,
put me on
yeah.
baby Swiss.
The fancy cheese.
And I'm a cheesehead, so introducing me to new cheese was fire. I was like, baby Swiss? I ain't never seen this before.
Was that Zwerner or Sabag?
It was Warner. It was Miss
Warner,
Warner,
okay.
yeah. At Howard Drive Elementary.
Yeah, then I met Dudat through Genocide over here, you know, because we
Okay.
had the metal band, Sane.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know, why are you laughing though?
You sitting on the couch not learning the song and just like humming some nursery rhyme or something. That's all I
That was
remember.
one day.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
was one day.
But I'm saying that's all I remember. I'm not saying that there
Damn.
wasn't more than that.
Yeah,
but
we played some solid shows.
well,
though.
we played some fun shows. You put the corpse paint on. It was great. Man, yeah, it was fucking awesome.
And then, Cracc, we already talked about how we met.
Yeah, we talked about that on Young A show. Shout out to Young A.
And then met Emmy through Sanchez. Because I was hanging out with Sanchez one day. He's like, oh, I was going to go hang out with Emmy. And I was like, I don't know who that is, but let's go.
Yeah.
We showed up at his apartment, and that was it.
For sure.
Yeah. Ever since then.
And then one day, I think I was hanging out with Emmy, and he's like, I think he wanted to go record with you. No, with you. That one song.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Palmer wants to record.
No,
with
you
me.
met me. You met me through the band.
Right,
Oh
right, right.
yeah,
No,
Ideals
I
of the
meant,
Crowd.
I meant Genocide over here.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, no, because Emmy wanted to go record with Genocide. And then I was
Okay.
tagging along. That's when the band was getting a little rough.
Right.
No, this is when I was in Ideals of the Corrupt.
Yeah, the other band with Nick and
When
all
I was
them.
playing drums.
He was playing drums. I was playing bass. Yeah, yeah,
that
yeah.
little period there with
Right.
Andy Alvarez and Nick. Yeah. And then that same day, Genocide was like, Nikki, you wanna write something to it? And I was like, I'll try it out.
Yeah.
And then
The rest is
that was
history.
it.
Yeah. Didn't know you can rap. But, well,
Shit,
You
I
and
didn't
me
know
both.
neither.
here we are.
I don't think you did either.
No, I didn't.
I think you were surprised as well.
He was hitting that ICP flow. Shout out, woo woo.
Woo woo.
Woo woo.
Hooty hoo.
Do that. What's your take on it, bro?
All right. So Palmer Middle School.
Right.
The first interaction, for some reason, my middle school got a double bass pedal. So that means you
Your
can
middle
play-
school got a double bass pedal?
Yes. They got a double bass pedal.
What
Southwood.
middle school did you
Wait,
go
what
to?
middle school did you go to?
You went to
Southwood.
We went to
Where the fuck
Southwood.
was
Southwood
that?
had a double bass medal?
I don't know. I was there. I didn't know that.
So
Hey,
the,
wow.
the
Miss Kaye knew how to get that equipment.
they
man.
got
This guy was about that life.
Oh,
they
she
got
was.
a sick drum set, double bass pedal, and then the day that the double bass pedal showed up was the first time I talked to Palmer, because I was sitting on a double bass pedal. I was like, I don't know what the fuck. What is this? This is pretty cool.
That's beautiful.
And Palmer came up to me. He was like, "Get off this." It's like, I know what this is. And he just started like just trying to do the black metal, death metal, whatever. He was just like, that was my first interaction with Palmer. We became friends 9th grade to sophomore year summer because of metal music. And that's how we met and whatever. Symphonic band, whatever. It was
Right.
drumline, I don't know.
Something.
Nikki, I met Nikki 9th grade year in high school. He would wear, he had a little bit of a belly. He would wear Dimmu Borgir shirts. And I was starting to get into metal.
Damn, you didn't have to put the belly up.
Oh,
in that.
Like damn, putting me on the spot.
but you were mean to me.
Should I have asked back then? So
We had a math class together, and then I was like, I know that band, and I like them. And then you were like, fuck you. And then you just sat down.
damn,
and then
dude, was I the only one that was nice to you in 9th grade?
I was like, that's a cool band. I was like, I just found out about it. You're like, you're a loser.
So aggressive. Jesus.
So I didn't become friends with Nikki until after high school.
Yeah.
Because I was like, okay, not gonna do that again. And Quan, I guess it was
Band, bro.
band class 9th grade year.
He
We
would beat
were
on the bass drum and I would rap.
right. So we were in band together for at least 2 years.
Yeah, 2 years.
2
exactly
years,
2 years.
right? And we became like pretty. I mean, we became close after high school, but
We had the foundation.
That was my introduction to Quan. It was a different Quan than what you see now.
Gang banging ass motherfucker.
But it was fun. It was entertainment. High school was crazy.
Church.
Palmetto High School, even though Jeff Bezos went there.
I mean,
That
he's
was a
kind of
crazy
crazy
school.
too if you think about it, bro.
Right.
You got to be crazy to be a billionaire.
It was a crazy school.
Very true.
And then Emmy, I didn't meet him until really this whole rap music started.
Until like ECMG started.
Same country, really.
Yeah.
Shout outs to
Oh,
Mandy.
same country.
Same country.
Was it same country?
Yeah,
that
it was same country.
No, I feel like
Shout out to
I
Mandy.
feel like you were hanging around when Ideals was a thing.
She got that.
Yeah,
aluminum
when like
head on
around
her
the bands and stuff. But then like I got
Yeah, then
introduced.
same for sure.
But yeah, so if it wasn't for Nikki, I never would have met Emmy, the full Dominican, half Dominican
combination.
1/3 Dominican.
Quarter Dominican.
Quarter Dominican. All right. And that's it.
For me, I don't remember meeting David in high school, but apparently I was a dick. So I'm sorry.
There it is.
Me and Nick have a lot of the same friends from high school, but I didn't run into him in high school. But me and Duda, like I said, we were in band class together, and like we would be doing everything but practicing what Mr. Smith wanted us to practice. May he rest in peace. So he'll be like beating on the bass drum, and I'll be in there freestyling with Toon and Charles and all of them, and Calixto. We had
what?
We
I
had
haven't
some
heard that
time,
name
bro.
in
We had some
years.
times in there, and then me and Emmy had weight training together sophomore year. So I knew him, and I actually met him and got cool with him because of Terrence, who's actually like over in the cut. Y'all can't really see him right now, but Terrence and Emmy was cool, and me and Terrence was cool, so we met through him. What about you, Emmy?
I met David. Like I said, when he started going around with when you guys were in the band together, and we did the same country because Hatfield left, and it was
shouts
me.
to Hatfield, though.
Shout out to Hatfield.
Yeah, it was after high school. Yeah, and then it was like what 2012 maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, that's about
roughly.
2012.
Yeah, more or less.
Didn't we have a math class together?
Yes, we were in FCAT training or something.
Yeah, because we were stupid.
Yeah, we were.
They had a special.
Yo, they don't
FCAT
even
training.
a special
They don't
class.
even take FCAT anymore. That's not the thing.
But I
That's show
knew
your
I knew
age.
Nick back in high school, but like you said, I met him through Sanchez. We started coming around me like back when I used to live in the apartments, and then like Duda said, I met him, and then I had you in weight training.
Yeah.
And did I had you in PE class? No, I never had you in PE.
No,
it was just weight training, right?
Actually, Emmy was one of the first people to ever produce music for me. Now that I think about it, on my first EP, Alien Gang Days, Emmy produced for me. Then Duda introduced me to David, because Duda moved down the block. Duda moved down the block and he started coming over with like Chowder and shit. Shout out to Chowder. And I was like, oh, that's my fucking dog. We went to high school together and we were in band
Shouts to
together.
Chowder, man.
So
I miss
like,
Chowder.
I miss Chowder too, bro.
That Latin City song was classic.
Latin City.
Latin City.
So Duda started hanging around more, and then he was like, yeah, you should meet David.
Real quick, like, how did this happen? I moved down the block, but how did the connect? Was it
How
through
did
Chowder?
you come into the house?
Oh no, it was Marcus and Chowder.
Marcus and Chowder brought you to the crib.
That's what it was.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Tell the story, Cracc.
Alien Gang.
So Marcus and Chowder brought Duda to the crib, and Duda's mom and my mom have always been pretty cool because they had the same hairdresser. So my sister and Duda's sister knew each other. They're around the same age, and they would all be in there getting their hair done together. So like there was always that connection like between our families and stuff. So him moving down the street was like he pops up at the house, and my
We
mom's
didn't know
like,
this connection. We
didn't actually know because we were never there. But it was like, oh, okay, like yeah, they know each other. So Duda moved down the block, so he started coming over more. And then he introduced me to David. He's like, yeah, bro, my boy David does beats. And David comes to me with, I go and meet David for the first time. He comes to me with a CD. And we recorded like 3 songs back then for my first EP.
Cracc.
Which was Alien Gang Days. So get into the story, bro.
All right.
I'll get
You
into
better
the
not
story.
avoid this story.
This is before ECG. This is Alien Gang Days.
We were doing Sane Country.
No,
before
Sane
this?
Country wasn't yet. This is before Sane Country.
So we dropped Sane Country in 2009, and this was in between Sane Country number
This is
2
like
that never
2000.
dropped.
Yeah, this is
And-
2011.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I
2000.
remember Sane Country was just you and Hatfield without
No,
Emmy
no,
in it.
2009. That's impossible.
2009.
No, it was
10.
after high school.
Yeah, 2009 is
2010.
with Hatfield.
2010
Okay.
is when we dropped the first Sane Country
Yeah.
record.
So in the process of us having Alien Gang, some new people started coming around through other members of Alien Gang, and people just weren't professional. And it's okay. Like we're teenagers. We're 18, 19 years old, 20 at the most. So I understand if like you weren't professional at that time. But there was one day where it was me and David sitting at the house. The other member of Alien Gang and this new guy pull up, and they're recording a freestyle, well, a free verse, I should say. And the member of Alien Gang did his verse, and then we look over the other guy like, "You ready?" And he goes, "I didn't bring my music, like I didn't bring my lyrics book." And David and I look at each other, and we both have the same like pissed look on our face. And
Wait. This was a planned recording session?
this was a planned session. Yeah, they drove from North Miami to come down to record music, and the guy left his book at home. So David goes, "Yo, Quan, can I talk to you real quick?" And we walk around the neighborhood for like a good 15 minutes to let him write a new verse. And in that time, David's like, "Bro, I can't do this shit anymore." And I was like, "Bro, I feel you completely." And I go, "When they leave, I have something to show you that I've been working on." And I had already been working on ECMG, like the blueprint of how I wanted it to be. And I actually had your name as CEO, and I had your name as like head of. CFO? No, it wasn't CFO. It was.
That's a bad idea.
No, it wasn't. I had myself as CFO. I had myself as COO, as Chief Operations, because I fucking trusted you and you brought everybody around, and I had that much faith in you. David, I had as the head of like production and just engineering and everything, because I knew like he was focused on the music and he loved the shit as much as I did. So I was like, all right, I know it's gonna be good. Nick was already around, and Emmy had been around. Like I said, Emmy did work on my first project. Nick was already around because we had already started talking about ideals.
Yeah, well, you wanted to sign us, right?
Well, this is before I wanted to sign you. So you guys were already playing together. So
right.
David and I started putting everything together. We'll do that, and then David was like, "Yo, bro, I'm playing in this band. You should come check us out." So me and the big homie Scrib was like, "All right, fuck it, let's go." And we went to the show, and I meet Nick, and I tell the story on Young A's podcast as well. And Nick's gone off for 232s and Mickey's, and the four of them fucking play the show and they kill it. And I was like, "Yeah, I want to sign y'all." And I was like, "I'm gonna tell you straight up, I don't got no money to give you, but I know a bit about marketing, and I have faith in y'all, and I feel like I can get y'all in the right places." And band shit, women got in the way, shit fell apart.
Yes.
Let's not go there today.
Yeah, we don't have to tell that.
Was this at musicians discount?
This was the one that musicians discount, exactly.
Our first, was this our first show or second show?
Whichever one it was, I think that was the last show y'all had actually. Yeah, it was the one where you guys were competing to win the money, so it had to be the last.
We got second, and then I got the crash symbol for free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That crash, I love the crash.
So
That's pretty good second.
So the band fell apart, but Nick would come over and smoke. So David,
Is this still in the hood of my
this is
my
still in the hood. This is in
grandparents?
the hood. Yeah, we were in the hood for a while. So
Okay.
this is still in the hood, by grandparents' house.
Okay.
So they came over with a song and it was like, "Yo, listen to this." And I heard him rap, and I was like, "Oh, okay, that's fire." I already knew he could rap because he had given me a song in 2020 called "Ya Tu Sabe." Yes. And I wrote a chorus for it. And after I wrote the chorus for it, I said to this fucker, "I hate you still for not doing this fucking song." I said to him, I said, "Bro," I said, "this song isn't for me." I said, "This song is for you." I said, "Write a verse in English and write a verse in Spanish."
I don't even have that beat anymore, I don't think.
This was in 2010, bitch. Of
It's
course,
probably
you don't
like
have
in
to
the
beat me more.
Gmails, maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know.
but I told him in 2010 to do this, bro, and he just didn't do it. And it wasn't until when did you write your first song in English and Spanish?
English and Spanish?
Yeah.
When I dropped the great EP? No, I think so.
Yeah.
That was like 2018 maybe?
Yep.
Because I mean it's
So it took him 8 years to listen to me.
yeah. Spanish is my first language, but like rapping in Spanish it comes a little tough for me, but it does come out nice and clean, and it sounds genuine.
It sounds so great.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
genuine. Yeah, that's what everybody tells me. But it's harder for me to write it, but it sounds better. So it's good that it's hard for me because I'm concentrating on what I'm
I feel
saying. You
that.
know, so.
But yeah, that's how I got to know everybody here. What about you, Emmy?
I think I already touched on how
You
I
touched
met
on
everybody, right?
everything.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
we're good. All right, so my first question was, what led y'all to getting into music? I know that's tough.
So,
No, I said no, that's tough.
Oh, okay.
yeah, okay. So I'm gonna be real honest here. All the walls are down, all right? I was 12 years old, or no, I was 11 actually, and my dad told me that one of our family friends' son was trying to play the guitar so he can get some females. And I was like, well, I want females, and I feel like I can do this. Guitar doesn't seem that hard. So I started taking guitar lessons, and immediately the female thing went away, and I was like, wait, there's this thing called metal, and it was going, and I was like, this is exactly how I feel. And so I went and got an electric guitar, and it's a BC Rich Warlock. I had to get it tatted. And after that, I got into just metal. I actually didn't listen to rap until late high school. It showed me Tech 9, I think it was. So.
Am I up next?
Yeah, we got you into the music.
Okay, so it started 6th grade. It wasn't even my idea. It was actually my mom's idea. Rest in peace, Mom.
Rest in peace to her.
Rest in peace.
I was in home ec. That was one of my electives in 6th grade.
You was trying to get the bitches.
Fuck up.
The high effort class, home ec.
What
Bro,
middle
you trying to
school?
get the women, bro.
Southwood.
You went to Southwood?
Bro,
Yeah, dude.
the three of y'all did.
Bruh.
Dude.
Okay, so I was in home ec, and my mom's like, no, absolutely not. So she went to the school. And
Why? She don't want you getting bitches, bro?
I guess not.
Sorry, let me
No,
stop calling the
no.
bitches. She don't want you getting ladies.
Miss Pat
guess not.
wouldn't play with that. No.
No, she wasn't about that life.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, but it's okay, though, because
Yeah.
you know what? If it weren't for my mom, I wouldn't be here right now.
That's real.
So she went to the school, of course. You know, my mom loved to raise hell. She loved to raise hell. Mom, God damn it, I miss you. Loved to raise hell. And so she did. Next thing I know, she got me a transfer from home ec to orchestra. So the
Damn,
first,
not even regular band, straight to orchestra?
straight to orchestra.
Okay.
So the first day I walked in, I walked up to Dr. Meckelfresh. I don't know if you ever heard that name before.
Harry Potter here.
Right? Wingardium Leviosa, motherfucker. But I walked in, and I walked up to Dr. Meckelfresh, and I gave him the transcript. I was like, yo, I'm transferring here from home ec.
Right.
And he's like, hold up your hand. So I hold up my hand just like that to his, and he goes, you're on bass.
This nigga really sorting hatted you.
Yo, for real.
He hit you with the sorting hat.
He hit me
said,
with the sword in hand.
Wow.
Exactly.
okay.
So then I went on to double bass, and there was two guys there who, of course, made fun of me. I was a little scrub, you know, a little bitch, because I never played an instrument in my life. And, you know, they were on their hi-hats, or
Right.
hi-hats, or high stools, whatever the fuck you want to call. Thank you, dude. After the
High
IPAs.
cheers.
Thank you. And they just kept on making fun of me. One of them was, what was his name? I mentioned it in the song. Machado. I think his name was Michael Machado.
Big Mike?
No.
Big fat Mike.
Big Mike. Oh, wow.
He was in orchestra?
No, that can't be.
No.
Yes.
I don't know. Michael
No,
Machado.
no, 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 I
Michael
don't think so.
Machado. He was a bass player back in 6th grade.
Oh,
Upright bass.
Lord. That didn't last long.
Yeah, he kept on making fun of me. And I was like, why you making fun of me? You like bigger than me, though. But then, yeah, that was how I started to get into music. And then, of course, I wanted to do guitar and bass and all that. My mom was like, no, 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 no. You got to be on the classic, the upright bass. And I was like, all right, fine. I didn't get introduced to electric bass or guitar until I met this fool over here.
All right. So
sir.
when does the metal start? Because ninth grade,
Ninth
you
grade.
had metal shirts already.
Okay, I started listening to metal in 8th grade.
Okay.
I could tell you the incident, a little emo story if you want to hear it.
Okay, yeah.
Oh,
Is that
okay.
for it? All right, we got time. So I have a friend, I haven't spoken to her in years, Alyssa Samuels.
Oh, man. Shout outs to Alyssa
Yeah,
Samuels.
shout outs to Alyssa Samuels. I know I don't get in contact
Samuels,
with you, but
that's-
shout outs to
that's
Alyssa.
the homie.
Samos,
That's right.
right?
Yes, sir.
So I used to hang out with Alyssa or Samos in lunch in middle school. I had no friends except for Alyssa or Samos. And one day she was sick. I was like, all right, cool. Let me just sit at the same table that you sat at all the time with your friends. And I sat there, and then her one friend turned to me and goes, you know, we only talk to you because you're Alyssa's friend. We really don't like you.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, oh,
Kids are mean as fuck.
yo, for real, middle school sucked for me. So I was like, okay, that's cool. And I remember, now we're going back to John Hatfield and John Fenton.
Oh, man.
Oh no.
Yeah,
John Fenton especially.
John Fenton, because they were always listening to metal, and I had metal shirts and shit.
Okay.
So I went to go hang out with them one day, and then I got introduced to Slipknot.
Sheesh. First band?
This is Southwood, 8th grade. So then I heard Slipknot, and I was like, wow, this is, like Palmer said, this is how I fucking feel. So I went to Hot Topic, started buying Slipknot t-shirts and shit.
Hot Topic in the Falls?
Hot Topic at the Falls.
Depressed about that FCAT training class.
Hey, shut the fuck up.
You still on that?
I forgot
was like, I forgot, was it FCAT training? I forgot the name of that class, but.
No, it was
Yeah, but you
literally.
was in reading.
Intensive reading or something?
No, there's a name for it. Remedial math,
Was it? Okay,
Oh,
yeah.
that was in math. Okay.
which was a nice way of saying retard.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you know remedial mean resource.
Resource deficient.
In the
math.
boogie, you had no windows in your room.
That's where we all met Tay Tay at.
Tay.
Yeah. R.I.P.
Ghouls.
Tay Tay. Even angles have
Those
wings.
Tay-Tay stories we had at your crib, though.
Bruh.
Oh
Tay-Tay
man.
on top of the gas
Overdale.
station.
Overdale.
Oh my God.
But anyway, yeah. So I got introduced to Slipknot, bought a couple of Slipknot shirts from there, and then that's when what was his name? Etheridge was his last name. I started hanging around him and Kim Wellbaum.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, eighth
Hey,
grade.
come on, hey, you know the rules.
And they
Move
introduced me
along.
to the dark side. And once I got a taste of that dark side, I didn't want to go back.
Heard.
I didn't want to go back. And then pretty much once I started listening to all the metal and shit that they introduced me to, my old friends from elementary, like Alyssa, James Powers, Stephen Leatherman, all of them people just did not like the vibe I was giving off.
Shout out to Sandra since you said Steven. Shout out to Leatherman.
Shout out to the Leathermans.
Shout out to
Yeah.
Leathermans.
But and then that's how I got introduced.
I
to metal.
can I tell a very, very, very fast story?
Go ahead.
The moment that I knew that I was gonna be friends with Nikki forever was, so y'all remember if y'all went to Southwood, something happened, and so that thing that happened,
Well, I didn't go to Southwood, but I remember. I was supposed to go to
something
Southwood.
happened.
Yeah, I remember that.
something happened. We don't gotta talk about it. Yeah,
Oh,
Google
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Google it. And I
they
remember
both
that
rest in
everybody
peace,
was
'cause they're
supposed
both
to
dead
wear
now.
white, but
What? They weren't
but
gonna-
I was hold on. Everyone was supposed to wear white.
Forgot about. Okay, I'm sorry.
Everybody was supposed to wear white, and I remember going out to the field, and I saw Nikki and John Hatfield wearing black shirts, and they were the only ones in a field of white. Everybody was wearing white. Nobody forgot except them. And I
They
think
didn't forget, bro.
y'all
We
did it
didn't
on
forget.
purpose. No, y'all
We
did it
Yeah,
on
they
purpose.
didn't forget.
Y'all did do it on purpose, and I was like, man, that's so disrespectful. And then after I walked away, I'm like, actually, no, it's not. It's actually pretty funny. You know, I was like, that's actually kind of hysterical. And that's when I tried to become your friend again, because I was like, you know what? I'm being a simp right now. Like I'm being just.
Well,
way too
you've been
simp
there
right
I'm
you
not
were
even
that
gonna
for a
lie,
while.
When you approached me,
So-
I was like, I don't know if I want to be your friend because you were wearing those him shirts.
Oh yeah.
His
man.
What
Infernal-
shirts?
Hey,
him-
shut up.
His Infernal Majesty.
Oh, yeah.
And I had
Yeah.
I had the fishnets on and the whole
and the
deal.
fishnets
Oh
and
man.
the pink.
Oh yeah.
But it's all right though.
That was cringy.
Forgive and forget or something.
That's all right.
like
Yeah.
that.
Did
yeah,
you wear the
yeah.
big ass pants?
No, I didn't actually.
No?
I
Okay.
wore.
Yeah, you did.
I wore the huggers, you know. Yeah, but I wore the huggers though. I wore the.
Oh yeah, you did wear the huggers.
The tights, the
Yeah.
tighty whities.
Tidy black
Oh,
Showing
God.
off that. Never mind.
Yeah.
All right, let's move along with this. Dude, what got you into music, bro? Did you start with drumming?
No, I mean, I started. Really, it was my cousin. I would watch my cousin Hector. He would perform. He was in Southbridge marching band.
Okay.
So as a kid, I would go to the shows and watch him like marching and playing and the drum line and all that shit. It's like that's pretty cool. Got into Metallica like around 5th grade. I don't know. You know, it's just music, art, which is always something in my life.
Yeah, you
So
did
is
all
it-
the arts. You did dancing.
Really,
all,
yeah, I
so.
did dancing. So it was just a natural. It just felt natural.
Plus your dad.
My dad plays saxophone.
Yeah.
My mom's a dancer. It just fell where it was supposed to happen.
I feel
like,
that.
You know.
Yeah.
So it's nice and easy. You know.
I feel that
nothing crazy.
completely.
Yeah.
For me, I fell in love with music early. Like elementary school, I was in what would be the equivalent of like elementary band. I wanted to play cello. I never got to. That kind of pissed me off. But I would go to like the ballets and the different like orchestras and stuff like that. And then when I got to middle school, I started band and I wanted to play saxophone because I was like, Kenny G gets all the women. Shout out to Kenny G.
Shout out to Kenny G.
I was like, I want to get all the women. I want to play saxophone. And the band teacher, Mr. Bruton, shout out to Mr. Bruton, was like, your embouchure would be good for baritone. And I was like, all right.
That dude was weird. He was talking about your lips.
I mean, he had to talk about all the kids' lips, bro. That was his job.
Why are you looking at my lips, dude?
No diddy. But I started playing baritone, and then I ended up transferring from 6th grade school down south to Richmond, and they had baritone, but they also had tuba. They had no tuba player, so I started learning how to play tuba along with playing baritone. And I actually loved it at Richmond because we had a marching band in middle school, full uniforms. We were like playing in the Homestead Parade during when they have the rodeo, during the rodeo, and during the rodeo, and we'll do like the Junior Orange Bowl and stuff like that. Oh, so that was fun. And I got the palmetto, and Mr. Smith was like, "We're playing James Bond," and I was like, "No, the fuck, I'm not."
You guys gotta play it right.
He's like, "We're doing James Bond," and it was like, "We're doing what was the Matador?"
Oh yeah,
and I was like, "Fuck the Matador, bro."
Hey, but rest in peace, Mr. Smith.
Rest in peace to him. He was actually a really good band teacher.
Loved him.
I just didn't fuck with the music. I was like, "Bro, I'm checked out. I'm not doing this."
And he always hit the.
Yeah, he did.
Gotta be on top of it, man.
But at that same time, I had really started like rapping like heavily. I wrote my first song in 8th grade, and it was a diss song to these bitch niggas.
Oh.
And it's funny because I wrote it and I let my homeboy Blake read it. I just spoke to Blake that day. Shout out to Blake. And Blake, by the end of the school day, like 30 people had read this fucking song, and it's like, "Bro, you're good as fuck." And I was like, "Okay, so this is a thing now." You feel me? And then I got to high school and I started like having like ciphers and shit. And I practiced freestyling every day after school by listening to 99 Jams at 5 o'clock and freestyling to every song that came on the radio. So this is like when Rick Ross Hustling was coming out. So I would freestyle to Hustling, I'm a D-Boy by Lil Wayne. Whatever the hell got played on the radio, I rapped my own verse to it. What about you, Emmy?
Yeah, I started, actually I came into the music thing making beats back in like when I was a senior, like in the beginning, like towards the tail end of my junior year, but more like my senior year. Because I had a friend back then, an acquaintance that I knew. His name was Chris Ramirez.
Right.
He used to go by C-Ram,
Right.
C-Ram Beats. I don't know where he's at right now. I really don't care. So, like, he put me on how to make beats at FL Studios, and then he used to bring beats around. And I used to, I had a knack for it. I didn't know I had a knack for it until he started making. Until I started hearing beats, and then in my head I was writing rhymes. I was like, okay, I could fuck with this. I could do this, you know. And then I started making it into beats, and then, but the whole thing with him, I don't know. But he put me on the game with FL Studios. I think it was like 6 at the time, or
something around there. That's actually who told me that Emmy was making beats, because he was trying to get some beats to me, and I had like 2 that I was feeling, and he was just annoying with it. He was like, "Bro, did you rap to the beat yet?" And I was like, "Bro, like when I'm done with the song, I'll send it to you." And I think I had like did a song called "Tell a Story" to beat that Emmy sent me first. And he was like throwing a hissy fit because Emmy's beat got used before his. So
he had that type of attitude. So he was trying to one up me, and then he was trying to, like, he wanted to be better, But he was, whatever.
Yeah,
that was in the past, whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever it was, and then I started making songs, and then at first I was a producer. I was making beats, which I want to get back into, but we'll talk about that later, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And then I started making songs, and it just came to me fairly easy. I was writing rhymes, and it became like that back in high school, and I'm still doing it to today.
For sure. So 4 of us played instruments. So my next question is, do you feel like learning instruments helped you with creating music later on in life?
I mean, it's everything. I mean, for me, it's not a fair question for me. That's all I do, but.
I mean, it's not all you do, but it started what you do.
Yeah, so, honestly, I think what really revolutionized everything for me was a year after I started playing guitar, I started playing bass.
Right.
In my dad's dad rock, Christian / classic rock thing.
Yeah.
I watched this guy. His name was Troy.
Are you talking about The Way?
The Way, and then we were the Sons of Thunder, and there was a bunch of...
The Sons of who?
Sons of Thunder.
Oh, Sons of Thunder.
Yeah. But there was this guy, so he was a bass player in a band in the 90s called Kinetic Descent. His name was Troy. Shout out to Troy. You probably will never watch this, old head. But I watched him play bass. I actually never touched a bass before I played bass, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
And he wanted out because he's like, I just want to be a painter. I don't want to, this is sacrilegious. I grew up in a cult, long story. But I grabbed the bass And immediately when I touched it, there was like this complete, like I was not a guitar player. I still am not a guitar player. But it changed everything. It made it so that I could express every single little thing that I was thinking. As a matter of fact, 100% of the beats that I've done for y'all in the past always start on the bass guitar. 100% of them.
That's believable.
Even if it's mentally not necessarily under my fingers, it always starts on bass. And so yeah, absolutely. Yeah, definitely.
What about you, bro?
Yeah, it's definitely helped. I mean, come on. I mean, I started on bass.
Yeah.
Upright bass, and went to bass guitar. Then I went to electric guitar because I was trying to do a band with. I don't even need to say the name.
Right.
This guy's laughing over here.
Red light crash.
Yeah, red light. What was Ashes at Dawn?
Ashes at Dawn first, and then it became Red Light Crash when we were like, we are
Red
not
Light
making.
Crash was way better than Ashes at Dawn.
Oh, we are not making an Aiden band.
No. Anyways, and then after that, I've always wanted to be a drummer. Like, I've always loved drums. I wish I could have started on drums first, but I never did. My mom did not like drums. I don't know why.
Because they're loud.
Probably. Even after high school, or like 11th grade, when I got a drum set, my mom hated when I fucking was drumming. So I always had to do it when I was home alone. And I feel like because I started on bass and went to drums, it helped me with rapping, you know, with the rhythm and all that.
I feel that.
So, and I feel like that's why I caught on so goddamn quick.
Yeah. What about you, do that?
What's the question?
Do you think that playing instruments helped you in with everything else that you've done musically? From when you were rapping
I mean, doesn't hurt, that's for sure.
For sure.
But it's not necessary either.
No, it's not necessary,
No.
but it's just if you...
No, I mean,
But-
look at Emmy. He didn't start on an instrument. He's fucking fire.
No, for sure. That's
I
why
played
that's why I'm
no
asking.
instruments.
I think the one thing that with music, I don't know if it's music that brought this or who I am, that when David and I recently have been writing songs, I can just pick out certain parts and just like change it a little bit.
Yeah.
And then I think David agrees that it improves it.
The last song we dropped was
Right.
it would be nothing without the contributions you
So
made.
I don't know if that's because of playing an instrument. I don't know if that's because of just who I am, but yeah, I don't know.
For sure.
100%.
I feel
Playing
like
drums doesn't hurt.
I definitely feel like my time playing instruments did help with being an artist because it gave me just the idea to try other things outside of what would be like my norm. Like I'm not just like, oh, let me get a trap beat. I'll rap on some shit that sounds like it should be played at the EDM festival. But
There's an idea.
I mean, we've done songs like that.
Let's do it.
I actually just
We
found one
have done
recently.
songs, yeah.
Yeah.
The song will be done tonight. You better hurry up.
Yeah, right.
So I feel like it has been helpful in a way. But even Emmy didn't play an actual instrument, but he started with making beats. So there was that element of instrumentation.
Yeah, and I was
Yeah, that's
playing.
true.
I was playing with the sounds. I had no like clue of what the keynotes were, and then when I met Palmer back in like 2016 or something,
Oh God.
yeah, he started like my beats were like terrible. They weren't
After he
mixed
ripped you
or
apart.
anything, but they were still good. And I was just playing everything by ear. I was just pushing buttons, and oh, this sounds good. And you've wrote to us a couple songs,
Yeah.
so they were not terrible, but
No, I feel that. Do any of you remember the first song that you wrote?
Oh man. The very first one I wrote. Oh shit.
I feel like it's harder.
Hold
for
on,
me.
that's a qualifying question, right? What do you mean? Like the first song that was completely
The
put
first
together?
rap song that you wrote, do you remember?
The rap
Yeah,
one.
let's go rap because you do it
Ah,
all the time.
shit.
Wait. Let's not forget his rap name.
Yeah, oh.
Mossberg Heroin.
Mossberg
heroin.
Well, that wasn't his first name.
Oh, what was the
Yeah.
first one?
What was the first name?
I don't remember your first name.
Me neither.
Well, you
I
were
thought it was
doing
Mossberg.
Genocidetron at first when you first started rapping.
Yeah, I was always
Yeah.
Genocidetron.
You did Mossberg Heroin after you met Cracc.
Actually,
But that's what we did,
okay,
Head
I
Mr.
do remember
Peter.
the first rap song that I wrote, but we're not allowed to talk about that.
Okay.
So I'll go with the second one. Was
Henry's Repeater?
you don't want to know. This one was not good.
Was it
This
around Drop on My Drapes days or?
Yeah, it was before that.
Was the first one?
Yes.
I
No,
thought-
it wasn't.
what
There
about
was one
Papa
before
Sid?
that, dude.
No.
The Blender one.
I know what you're saying.
Okay, are you sure we didn't write that one first?
I'm pretty sure Dropping by My Drapes
Okay,
is first.
Dropping by My Drapes. Check it out on Spotify. Sane Country. That was the first one we ever wrote.
Do not do that.
Yeah. Or do
Man, I fucked with Dropping by My Drapes.
I mean,
I was
the
mad I
chorus
wasn't
was
on the
great.
remix for it.
Everything else was awful, but the chorus
That was like the best song.
Actually,
from the era,
I will
yeah.
say the remix goes way harder than the actual, and it's on the same album. So just skip the original and go to the remix.
Sir Nyxon.
I mean, we've already
Yeah, you
had
know
this
yours. You know
conversation.
yours for sure.
My
What
f-
about
My first one?
you? Know your first rap song for sure.
No, because I mean, solo rap song, yeah. But I thought we were talking about first, like, rap.
First rap you ever wrote.
That's the smoking song that I wrote with Emmy at Palmer's house.
Yeah, that's what I said. You know your
I
first
don't
one.
remember that one.
Oh, you don't
I
at all?
don't remember the title of it.
Oh, wow.
I think I have those lyrics in that really small book. Did you write like on the last page of that little tiny book?
Did I write in your book?
I think so. There's lyrics in on the very last page of the like.
Why would I write in your book?
I
Then?
have no idea because you can't remember. I used to record with Sanchez on that mic, that headset mic.
What were
and
the lyrics?
I don't know. I'll have to find the book.
Oh, wow.
But I used to like rap. Remember that microphone setup that I used to have? And you came over with Sanchez one time, and we did. I forgot what song. we
No,
recorded.
but no.
The first one I did was at Palmer's house.
Yeah.
Because I was still a drummer
Technically,
at that time.
technically, the first one that we released
Was
not
Bayou's
wrote
Bitches and
was
Banjos.
Bayou's Bitches and Banjos.
Yeah.
That was
that
technically
the
the
first-
very
That was the first song I ever heard you on. Yeah.
From us, yeah.
No, I'm talking about the smoking song, though, that I did. Because I was at Palmer's house when you went to go record, and then he's like, Nikki, you want to give it a shot? And I was
Yeah.
like, sure, and I wrote something. I don't remember. Do you remember the name?
No, I spilled water all over.
We
that
smoked a lot of
computer
weed
at-
back then, so.
I spilled water all
Like
over
a
that
lot of
computer.
weed.
All right. I spilled water all over that computer at Emmy's house, high as fuck on Molly at 2 p.m. in the afternoon.
Yeah, I remember
asshole.
that.
Crazy,
We
bro.
stood there in shock. Like, did
You know,
this
I
really
remember that
just
text
happened?
message.
We'll get back
Oh,
to
yeah.
that in a bit. Do that. Do you remember your first rap song you ever wrote?
I mean, I think it's Dropping by My Drapes.
Yeah, it was Dropping
For
by
sure.
My Drapes.
What
yeah.
about you, Emmy?
I mean, the first rap, me and C-Ram used to go back and forth with each other, like just like dissing each other, like for fun. But I don't think that counts.
I mean, that counts
So maybe that was like my first rap song that I wrote.
for sure.
I used to record on a webcam with a camera and the beat right next to it, the speaker.
Yeah.
It was terrible, terrible.
I mean, you got to start somewhere.
Yeah, but that was my first one.
Yeah.
We were getting beats off like soundwave.com or something, or I forgot that.
Oh, Lord.
Like free beats, just random free beats. I forgot
Yeah.
the name of that website.
Now, the first solo song, I forgot, is that Off My Sway or was it Swaying?
One of those two.
And then
Probably Swaying.
And then I did Sway Snap with this guy over here.
Oh, that was fun. That was a good one.
For sure.
I wish we still had that.
So,
I still got it.
I can't find the theremin though. That's
This
the
is a
problem.
I
fun
got
one.
beats for all three of them.
Oh, then why? Okay, we'll talk.
So,
We'll talk.
what was the inspiration behind your name?
Which name?
Let's start with
which
Broken
name?
Puss.
Which name? Okay,
Let's
so
start with
Broken Puss, and I tell this story all the time. Stone Sour is Corey Taylor from Slipknot's offshoot, and so he wanted to. So the reason that they called it Stone Sour is they wanted to come up with the most nasty name they could that nobody would want to use.
Right.
And I'm like, I can come up with something worse than that. And so I was like, all right, fuck it, Broken Puss. So
Yeah.
Broken Puss, for y'all who aren't hip, it's a pimple. When you pop a pimple, the pus breaks through your skin. Broken
Right.
Puss, it's just pimple. But there was a band called Pimple, so I couldn't use Pimple. Had to use Broken Puss.
Okay.
And then Genocidatron was, I heard a Buju Banton song, and it sounded like he said, Genocidatron. And I was
Oh,
like,
wow.
oh, shit, okay. So that's where Genocidatron comes
That's funny because we just spoke about Buju, what, like a week ago?
Yeah, we're going to go see him or what?
Yeah, we,
All right.
we should, bro.
We need to.
Definitely should.
Classic.
Well, when I was in the band Insane, we are the vocalist his name was Nick as well. So we always called him Metal Nick, and then we just called myself Nick.
Yeah.
And then one day he was just like, I really don't like Metal Nick. Why can't I just be Nick? And why don't we just call you Nyxon?
So Metal Nick gave you the
Metal
name.
Nick gave me my rap
Okay,
name.
I never knew that actually.
Yeah, but see,
Yeah,
Metal,
shout out.
that's crazy, though, because I never called Metal Nick to his name, to his face, ever.
No, but we always did in the band 'cause when I
Oh.
was in there.
Oh, I see,
At first
okay.
we were like, oh yeah, well, Nick, you can do this, Nick, you or something like that. And
Oh,
then
yeah,
we'll
yeah.
always be like, which one? And we're all right, you're Metal Nick, and you'll just be Nick.
I would love to be Metal David. That would be fantastic. I wish somebody called me that.
You're a metal god, though. No, you're the metal guru.
Guru, I know. Oh, well, shout out. Listen, stream right now, Red Viking.
Red Viking.
Yes, sir.
I mean, when I was making beats, I used to go by Too Quick, because I used to rap fast or I used to talk fast. I would say more or less, and then I used to.
Typical Dominican.
I still rap fast, whatever. I used to.
Ebola.
But no, the name came because I talked fast between my friends, and then I used to hyphenate to 2QK, but I just don't like that at all whatsoever. So I just changed my name to my first and my middle name, which is Emmy Alexander. So it makes there's a lot of it makes it easier.
I can never remember your actual last name. I always have to look back on my phone. Yeah. That's not a typical Hispanic last name.
Yes, it is.
I get a lot of Arabic.
But a lot of people say Andajar.
Andajar and
like
Levine.
like the lawyer.
Yeah, the lawyer guy.
And Andajar and Levine.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, Andujar.
All right, do that. Tell them how you got the name Do That, which is one of my favorite stories actually. And Beretta, both of them.
Beretta.
You got two interesting ass stories for both
All
your
right,
names.
Beretta's easy. From the Beretta, putting all the holes in your sweater, the money getter. Motherfuckers better know better. So Biggie, give me the loot.
We need to get this boy rapping again, dude.
Church.
So that's where I got that. Do That wasn't my choice. I don't.
I know the story.
Quest.
I know
do
the
that,
story.
do that, do that, that.
No. That's incorrect.
That's what he told me originally.
Okay, so Josh Wellens, fantastic jazz drummer, would make fun of the way that Dudat would talk because no one could really understand him. Back then, it was far worse. Today, you speak well and whatever, but in that time, he would, man, do that. He was like, had the Boomhauer thing going on. and so this guy was all like spastic, and he's like, you should be called Dudat, and it just stuck ever since then, since freshman year.
I always thought it was from the Tribe Called Quest.
No.
Because we had that conversation like years ago.
I mean, it might be fun to think that way.
I thought it was Do That because every time you guys would want to do something, he would be like, "Oh, do that, let's do that."
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's anytime we would have a conversation, that's the kind of accent that he
that's
would
how I
speak
met.
with. Right.
Church is church.
Shout out to Josh Wellens. He's probably a famous
What's been
drummer.
the biggest obstacle in your music career?
Wow.
It could be any genre that you're working.
No comment.
What? Come on, bro.
I already know what it is, though.
I know what it is, too.
All right, can I do my second biggest obstacle, and then we'll not talk about the first one?
Fine.
This is recorded and enshrined in reality. My second biggest obstacle, I would say, is keeping myself motivated this past year. It's been a very challenging... No, I don't want to. I don't want to. Keeping myself motivated this year to do a song a week with the video and all that
Okay, you
kind of
bitch,
stuff.
since you just like cut to that when I was going to ask you that later on.
Okay,
Let's get to that. So
but-
since you've been doing this 52 by 52,
Okay.
which he's been releasing a song, a video, and a shirt every week,
Yeah.
how have you kept yourself motivated in this time?
Oh, I see. Damn it. Okay, that's what you were
Asshole.
saying. You didn't know what the first one was. I thought you knew.
I know what the first one was, bro.
Okay. I just don't want to say it on camera. I don't want
Okay,
it to
no
be
problem.
recorded. How have I kept myself motivated?
Yes. And explain to them the process of what you've been doing, because I think it's very
Okay.
interesting.
So-
I was actually surprised when I came over to do No Offense to it, how quickly you were doing the process.
So the original vision was there's a lot of people in the music industry and musicians that say, I can't because I'm not inspired. I don't know
Facts.
how. I can't. And it was driving me crazy because I would hear it everywhere. There wasn't one specific place. It's, I would look at these big artists and they would say like, oh, it's just been so hard to be inspired. And I have always been somebody that can write a song in 2 seconds. I would write beats for you guys in like 55 seconds
Right.
and be ready with it,
You would send us like 10 beats a day.
Exactly.
So
We
many.
would sit down and make like 4 songs in
Right.
the span of like 2 hours, just like from like full inception, like a full conception from him starting with the bass,
Right.
and me sitting there writing as he's
As I'm
as
making
he's
it, yeah.
making it, yeah.
So the idea was to say that inspiration, and I'm going to say this on camera for every single artist out there, you're full of shit, you're a liar, stop pretending, and start working. Because inspiration is not real. It can happen, you can be inspired, but you're lying to yourself every time you don't write a song right there in that moment. Nothing in your life is too difficult. I am a single father with a full-time job. At the time that
Facts.
we were doing this, I had a full-time band, and I still found a way to make a song, record all the vocals, all the instruments by myself, write it all myself, and put it out there with a video, and Dudat would make the T-shirts every single week for 52 weeks.
You've had some help. 90% you, but there's other people helping you.
Absolutely, I'll give the shout-outs when the shout-outs are due. Yeah. So, but the idea of writing a song with the right people helping out is saying you can't do that is absolute fucking horseshit, and you're lazy and you're a little dumb for saying I can't. I can't is an excuse. So I want to give a shout out to Recyclable Art. Recyclable Art, me and him and Dudat started this project together. He's made every single video. The AI videos are unfucking believable.
Phenomenal, bro.
And throughout this whole process, he's been challenged, one of my best friends on this planet, and we see eye to eye. I love everything that he does. He makes every single album cover, and Dudat made a lot of them too. You would just put them through the AI stuff. And so there's him. I want to give a shout out to my girlfriend. I love her so much. Thank you so much for letting me scream in your closet for about a year. Mavic, I appreciate you. I would do it sometimes at like 12 o'clock at night. I would be like, and the neighbors wouldn't say anything. So also thank you to Mavic's neighbors. And then more recently, Dudat's wife, Aileen, has joined, and she's now the lead singer of BrokenPus, and she's really been able to take everything that I'm doing.
She's been killing it too, man.
And let me just tell you something. At first, I really, we had a bit of an issue, and I'll say it right here on recorded live video. Another person that I consider one of the best, the smartest, and funniest musicians I think I've ever worked with, and I never thought it would be the case. I thought she was just a piano teacher, but she's way more than that. Extremely talented. And kind of we're on the same page, which you would think like it's hard because I'm doing all this metal and crazy shit and whatever, and you wouldn't think that this nice, kind, soft-spoken girl would be into that kind of stuff, but she's taking it to the absolute next level. So shout out to Aileen. But yeah, to stay motivated, to answer your question, to stay purposeful and consistent, the secret is to remind myself that it's necessary, to remind myself that it must be done. There is no excuse, and there's no break. Breaks don't exist for me. So I will say this, and I was talking to you on text about this right before. We have a new band. It's called Oops. It's like a cover band, but we're going to do a lot of original music, and I just want to say here that our first album will be out on Halloween of 2024.
Looking forward to it, because like I said, everything that you and Aileen have done over the last few weeks has been phenomenal, bro. She shocked the hell out of me, because I know Aileen as the piano player and the Disney lover. So to hear her like coming out with this music and like killing it, I'm like, all right, like I'm fucking with it.
Well, and I also want to mention too, like the last song. Go listen to it right now, even if this is years later or whatever that you're watching this. It's called Your Kaleidoscope, and it was really the first time since me and Dudat were like 17 years old where we sat and like really collaborated on a song. Like really everything was questioned, everything was pushed, and it came out to be, and dude, usually my songs are like 5 fucking minutes and they have 20 parts in them, but this one was like 3 minutes of just solid collaboration. She came up with an amazing fucking chorus on the car on the way to a kava bar. Shout out to Vice City Kava. She came up with the chorus right there, and I usually write lyrics in like 25 seconds, just because I'm like, I'm feeling it or whatever. But just to go through the process before I get too long-winded about it, usually what would happen every single week is I would say to myself, on Monday, I'm going to write this song. And I would just come up with a loose concept, and I would sit down, grab my guitar, and write everything to drums.
Right.
And I would write out the drum parts, finish everything. I would put the bass down. I would put the synthesizers. I would do all the different percussion stuff that's in the background. You probably can't hear because I mixed it badly. But, I would do all that stuff, and then I would go and record all the vocals, usually the same day. And then after that point, I would send it to Recyclable Art, and he would, I would give him a synopsis. This is what the song is about. And then he put together the AI video. But what I love about this record, which it's going to be called 52 because it's the 52 songs or whatever. There's only 12 songs on there, but the 50.
Yeah.
Look it up. It'll make sense.
So every time he did 10 songs, he released it as a project.
That's right.
So this is the last 12 of the 52 songs.
Absolutely. And so, I don't know where I was going with this.
You got this.
So anyways, this process this album has been so much fun because I'll still write the song in 25 seconds.
Yeah.
But then Aileen is a different type of musician because she will go to a piano and she will meticulously play every single note and make sure that she's singing. When I would sing stuff, I just off the rip, I'd just be like, all right, like, oh, whatever. And I would just kind of try to make it make sense. But this is, again, that's what really has taken this shit to the next level, is that she's just like so meticulous about it. She remembers all the lyrics. We recently performed at an open mic one of the songs, and I could not remember a single lyric, and she played the piano part and sang it all completely without any lyrics in front of her or anything like that. So it's just been, it's been cool to see this point. But next year, I also want to say, the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to release albums like normal people, but we will have singles that come out every month. So you'll always see something coming out from us. We're going to spend a lot more time on the music videos so that it looks like a nice production and all that kind of stuff. And obviously want to collab with you guys again.
Of course. We just did something this year.
That's right.
That was beautiful. So we have this thing called No Offense that we started in 2020, and it's based around politics and our hatred of the way that they have us thinking that you have to, pick between the lesser of two evils. And it just so happens that it's the same people running again this year.
Or it was.
Well, it was the same people running again this year that it was 4 years ago. So we did No Offense in 2020, and it was just about how these guys are like, they're old as fuck. They don't know what's good for us in reality, because how can somebody who's in their 70s know what's good for people that are in their 20s, 30s, 40s, even 50s, when they're not from this generation? Right. So we did No Offense in 2020, and we were like, fuck, it's these same assholes again in 2024. Well, one dropped out now because like he couldn't even hold the fucking sentences together.
Yeah, but we've been known that since 2020. So.
But we already released No Offense 2 by then. Oh my God. We might have to do a No Offense 3, right?
Yeah.
I might have to go back in and
yeah, you gotta talk about the
Trump and Kamala.
Yeah. Cackle and Kamala.
Yeah, but so that was the song that I did with him for 52 by 52.
Yeah.
And I had a ball in recording it, bro. We literally shot everything. We literally recorded, shot the video, and got everything done within the span of an hour on a pouring rainy day in Miami.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
Yeah.
No, and again, that's the concept, right?
And I love that because it reminded me of like 2012 where we would sit in that crib and just be on the timer, basically.
Yeah, right. I remember it was you and me and you used to do that a lot. Like I used to go to your house a lot of the time because I was at your house, and then he would come over and pick me up because he used to live like right down the street in that cul-de-sac.
Yeah.
So you were nearby, and I would go over, and then I remember when I first got into the Camino Gang, it was doing the freestyle in your backyard. I think Andy Alvarez was there with you.
Oh yeah.
But you weren't there. I don't remember if you were there. I don't think so. No, it was you and Andy Alvarez that recruited me. If I knew how to freestyle or whatever, and they said, okay, yeah, welcome to the Camino.
Yeah, I think they were getting you ready to come to my house to.
Yeah, I think that was the same day. I was like, I saw them, and then we went down.
So, yeah, for sure.
But that's a really like I one of the things I was most excited to share up on this, and I don't want to take up too much more time, but the thing I really want to share, and I hope that other artists watch this, and we even have some guys in our group right now that haven't released a song yet and all that.
Right.
Just remember that inspiration is up to you. You absolutely have no excuse for making anything. Make a shitty song. Me and Duda talk about it all the time about Chris Stapleton. Chris Stapleton is a country artist, and he writes thousands of songs a year, and he'll release maybe a quarter or a 16th of that, but he does it every single day. And if you say, I'm sorry, but only every 5 years or every 3 years or every 1 year I can release a song, you're lying to yourself. You're delusional.
I definitely get that for sure, and it's funny you saying that because me and Nyxon were having a conversation similar to that recently because Nyxon finished the Red Viking. It's streaming on all digital platforms right now. Please go check it out.
Go check it out. Please go check it out.
And while Nyxon was finishing the Red Viking, I was like, bro, you put a battery back in my bat. Like after my dad passed, the day before my dad passed, I was about to start season 3 of Free Lunch Fridays, shooting with Kilo. Like we already had the first video planned. Then my dad passed. Was like, bro, like I took off a year to become like to get used to being a dad, and then it's like, all right, I had this plan. on how to start doing music again. And then I lose my dad. So I'm like, fuck, I don't even want to touch music right now. So I took off like basically another year, but I was writing. And everything I wrote in that time I felt like was great. And me and Nyxon were working. I actually got in the flu like early July. And I hit Nyxon and I was like, bro, I don't give a fuck what you got to send me right now. Send it. And I'm sending him back verses in like 15 minutes. Like, bro, I just wrote this.
Fuck.
Beautiful.
And he's like, bro, you just inspired the fuck out of me off of David said the inspiration. I feel like you can inspire each other. But I get what you're saying with the inspiration thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, like I just wrote this right now. And I was like, all right, I got this verse that I laid, but I don't like it. So I'm gonna rewrite this shit. And like literally every verse that I wrote for his project was written in like 15 minutes.
Yeah. C3PO
less.
goes crazy. That shit is so hard.
C3PO goes fucking
So hard.
So Nyxon told all of us, I'm sending you guys this song. I got the first verse. Whoever has the best verse gets the second verse.
That's not even
And
fair,
I was like,
though.
okay, I know Emmy gonna come with that shit. I know Spaz gonna come with that shit. Spaz didn't get to lay his because he had moved away. But I was like, I'm killing both of you niggas.
No, facts though. You did though.
That was my mentality. I was like, I'm killing both of you niggas. I was like, bro, I'm gonna make y'all know y'all not getting this verse. And that was my mentality writing that shit.
Well, talking about difficult difficult circumstances to write a verse, I want to give a shout out to Emmy. I gave him the weirdest fucking song I could find.
But he did his
in
thing
my
with it,
arsenal. Actually, I think I made it right in front of you, if I'm not mistaken.
Wait, what song?
The song you did
BrokenPus
for
Hobble.
52 or 52.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wrote to that the same day you sent it to me. Like
That's right.
I was walking into work and I wrote the verse to that like in 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Right. I was texting you. I was like, I'm walking. I'm writing to it, and I was done with it.
Yeah, so that speed and that ability to adapt and starring in those little, in those.
Nah, that was fun as hell to watch. Not gonna lie, they did
yeah.
like these little skits making it seem like he was going crazy. He is crazy, but
No, the book is still around. Y'all gotta stay tuned. In 2 weeks, the final song 52, the last song is coming out. I think that's what we're gonna call it. I don't know yet, but that when that song comes out, if y'all have been following, I know Crack's been following the
Yes,
storyline, but if y'all been following it, you'll see kind of the resolve and what the story was all about in the first place. So.
beautiful.
Yeah.
It's funny. So I was gonna ask, us being a collective, what have you guys learned from each other?
I think pretty generally that I think I've learned about my humanity from you guys. And we can just touch on it very lightly, but I went through a very serious drug problem and when I was with my ex-wife, and I learned about my humanity. I always thought I was invincible, but you guys have always like humbled me as a musician, especially do that. Humbled me and kept me accountable, and really said, is that really the best that you got? And I think that mentality is what makes us next level. I know we're not where we want to be, but I think that we're going to get there really fast with that thought process.
No, for sure.
Well, honestly, the last I can't think of it right now. What's the name? The last podcast that Cracc and I did.
Yeah.
We actually spoke about you and your drug problem with the pills.
Yeah, we did.
Right.
And how that kind of messed things up for a little bit.
These damn Spanish people with their pill
Yeah.
popping.
I was. I don't know what the fuck I was on.
And how pissed off we were because we love you guys, and
Oh,
that
God.
shit affected both of y'all.
Oh yeah.
And it affected you guys so much that it affected us. So
Absolutely.
we definitely
No, it's definitely good to see y'all where you are now because
Oh
that
my
shit
God,
did
yeah.
take a toll on the group as a whole, because it was to the point where we weren't even really chilling like that, because now we're not chilling as much as we would because we're all grown ass men with our own lives. You got your father, I'm a father. Nyxon helps take care of his father. Dude that has a wife and he does multiple fucking things. Emmy has a job and he has his things that he's going through. So it's like everybody has their things, but we can all hit each other anytime and have a conversation. But before, we were fucking, realistically, we were fucking broke college students for the most part. And we had all the fucking time in the world. So
Back then. But at the end of the day, it's all love. Everybody
had
goes
nothing-
through everything. So
Yeah.
you gotta respect people, give them their space, and it's all love at the end.
Oh,
Everybody
God.
needs that space and whatever it is
But I really needed that. I really needed that.
to be on top.
Because I don't receive love and this is getting a little too deep and weird, but
No,
I don't.
let's get deep.
No,
Let's
bro,
get
it's
deep.
not.
No.
We're a family, so we gotta get deep.
I don't receive love in the way that a normal person would receive love. So like, I need somebody to say, dude, you're fucking up. Like, I need somebody to look at me straight in the eye and say, what the fuck are you doing?
Oh, God.
You know what I mean? And really, I got a lot of that during that time period. And really, one of my big anti-drug moments where I finally was able to break the every single day doing it is when we did the song No Molly.
Yeah.
Like, that was a big moment for me. I showed that song at rehab when I was in the outpatient in South Miami, and people were like, damn, like, you're really about to drop drugs. And from that point on, yeah, I still relapsed a couple of times, but that was the beginning of the end of that period.
For me, it was that one night that you and your ex picked me up from my house, and you guys were fucked up on Molly.
Yeah.
And, like, I didn't know you guys had taken, like, that and I think shrooms.
Yeah, it was Molly and shrooms. They
and
drove
you
to
guys
my
were
house.
driving me to Crack's house.
Oh, shit.
And if I had known that you guys were fucked up on that shit, I wouldn't have accepted the ride.
Right.
But the fact that you did, that was the one moment I knew that shit that you were doing pissed me the fuck off.
Oh, yeah.
And I did not want to be around you anymore until you got off that shit.
No, God.
Like, what? Did anything crazy?
No, it was just they were gone. Like
They were
it was.
gone. It was just the
It
fact
was
that
not
they
a
were
great
fucking
night.
space cadets. We got to Crack's house and they were just like,
It was literally like
I'm like,
me and
I was in a car with these motherfuckers driving. Like, I could have lost my life.
But you got there.
no, he got there, but
Barely. But yes, I did get there.
Did you die?
Was there anything?
There was a couple swerving moments.
Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah, and I didn't find out till we were well down, like
Oh,
184
yeah.
in Franjo.
No, it could have been worse.
Yeah.
It could have been worse. Thank God it wasn't.
Yeah.
But it doesn't even matter because, like, at the end of the day, Camino Gang is family.
right.
It's just all love.
That's right.
Well,
Woo woo.
next thing I want to touch on. So Nyxon just dropped the Red Viking, like I said, bro. What do you have next as far as like videos and things of that sort? What you got?
As far
planned?
as what I have next, I have, because I did what I did, season 3, Throwaway Thursday, the
Yeah.
therapy session with Kilo.
Fire.
He-
Go check that out on YouTube.
Cool. Fire as hell. Topic is, it is what it is, but yeah. And Kilo says he owes me one video because
Yeah.
of what we did with therapy session. And I haven't decided. I think because of how hard it is, I want to do C3PO.
If you want to, I'm with it.
I'm just trying to figure out a concept for the video.
Gotcha.
But then after all that, Cracc and I, we got that Coffee Break EP coming
Yes,
out
sir.
in October. 5 tracks, no hooks, just us venting about that one stupid 9 to 5 that we have called
Bitch-ass company.
Starbucks. We fucking,
Fuck them.
and you can ask Emmy, it has changed us for the
Oh,
worse.
God.
Nick was never this bad, so like this, that job, like Jesus.
I don't know about Cracc, but it has broken me down.
It hasn't broken me, but it definitely gets me pissed off as
No,
fuck.
it's broken
a
me
lot.
down.
Yeah, fuck. Yeah, just. Yeah, it's a lot of bullshit. It's a lot of corporate bullshit, and I like y'all know, bro. I started my first business at 20 years old, so I see things differently than people that never owned a business. So hearing some of these managers, well, not even managers, like hearing the shit that the upper management would say, I'm like, bro, shut the fuck up. You sit behind the desk, dog. Don't tell me shit. Like,
They're
No, for real, they're not in the front lines
yeah,
like you and I
if
are.
you're not in the fields, don't tell me shit.
It's like then the managers nowadays, the rules have gotten different. Like the managers don't get in trouble anymore. Like if something goes on in the store, the upper management asks the managers, okay, what's going on with the supervisors? How
Right.
come the supervisors can't manage your team? Yeah, and it's like, bro, you hire fucking children
That's a fact.
for us to fucking manage. It's like I'm babysitting for 8 hours these little kids that don't need to worry about their 9 to 5 because mommy and daddy are paying
Cover
for fucking
everything.
everything. And then I have to go home and baby my fucking father and my sister who's got Down syndrome. I love them to fucking death, but I got to baby them too.
No,
So
I
I'm
feel that.
babying 24/7.
Yeah.
And it's driving me crazy.
I
It's
feel
driving
that
me to
completely.
alcoholism.
No, legit. I was just having a conversation with one of my coworkers the other day. Me and him have been talking about a clothing company that y'all know I've been talking about Das Reefers forever, and he was like, bro, like I really feel like you could push this shit, and he was like, bro, like we need to sit down and have a conversation because I'm tired of this place, and I was like, I get where you're coming from because I told myself I have until January 1st. So
You've had a lot of conversations like that, haven't you?
I mean, I have. I
Yeah.
have.
People feel they can come to you for that kind of
No,
conversation.
definitely, bro.
Yeah.
And I appreciate everyone who feels that way, like
Yeah.
trusting in me that much. Emmy, bro, you released Invitada this year.
Yeah, I released a single called Invitada. And I'm working on a Invitada. So
And I wanted to ask you, like, you already kind of touched on it already, but how much harder was it for you writing that song and the other Spanish songs that you've been working on compared to when you write songs with us, you like mix it up, doing Spanglish, you're doing English? Does it take you longer because you have to like sit down and figure out how to say it all in Spanish?
yeah, in a way, like there's a lot more words that rhyme in Spanish, but for me, for some reason, it's like I find it more difficult to write in Spanish, even though it's like my first language. But it comes out good. Everybody that hears it, it's like even Nick.
It comes out great.
Yeah, it sounds authentic.
I have no idea
Well,
what the
that's
fuck
'cause
you're
it sounds-
saying, but I prefer that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like, it's harder for me, but it sounds better because I'm actually there focusing. Because all my English stuff, like my English album was called Silly with Syllables. It's complete nonsense of same rhyming syllable words. It sounds nice, but it has like absolutely no concept except that it's fun. It sounds fun.
Right.
And this Spanish project called Tamo en Esto is pretty much what every other dembow reggaeton song is. It's like, oh, you know, I'm better than you, or fuck my ex, or you know, it's pretty much that same
Just
concept.
toxic behavior.
Yeah, you know,
I
being
feel
toxic
that.
behavior. You know,
Yeah.
like I don't want to be with you. Like we had a good time, but you know what everybody else talks about.
Yeah, it's fun.
But I bring
Fun
my own
music.
spice because I'm Dominican.
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm-
Tigre.
yeah, you know, yo soy uno de esos. So, de lo mío, que lo que. So I bring that spice. As far as I don't know of many. I mean, I know like Moza La Para and Toxic Crow and all those people from El Alfa, but El Alfa makes like tiki music.
Yeah.
You know, so so it's just like club and girls shaking their ass
Yeah, I
type of
feel
music.
that.
And I have one song like that on this project, and then I'm probably never gonna do a song like that, unless like I'm on a feature or something like that. But
Yeah.
like I said, my Spanish stuff sounds more genuine, so it makes me write actual concepts, I
feel
guess,
that.
you know? So it
Yeah,
makes me stay on topic.
I definitely feel
Yeah.
that.
All right, hold on 1 second. I know that Camino Corner is all yours and whatnot, but
Yeah.
I gotta ask a question.
Go ahead, bro.
I've gotten both y'all motherfuckers on an album.
I just sent you something.
When are y'all gonna feature
I
me
mean,
on
I
it?
have you on a song, but
I
we were
just sent
gonna.
you
When y'all
something.
gonna release it though?
Well, I told you. Well, you know my game plan. My goal is to put out Free Lunch this year, and then I'm dropping The Road Less Traveled next year,
Right.
which has the song that I sent you.
All
I can't
right.
wait to see
I'm
what you
just
did to
saying
that.
I'm a little salty because
Nah, you can't be salty with me,
I've
gang.
been giving you some of my best fucking verses. And
I feel
haven't-
you.
I forget about
Well,
it.
he actually gave me my favorite verse from him for the project that I'm releasing this year. We were actually just listening to it on the way here, and I can't wait to release that because I feel like everybody's gonna fuck with your verse as much as I fuck with your verse. Because, bro, I don't know if it was coming after me or coming after Emmy that made you start like that, but
Have I heard the song? I don't.
yeah, bro, some
was
97
that in the
Marlins.
booth?
Yeah, some 97. His verse from 97.
Oh, no,
Marlins.
yeah, of course, yeah. All right. True.
I don't know who I was coming
That
after,
motherfucker
but-
said, I'm bipolar, tell me which one is my better half. And I heard that. I don't even think I was there when you recorded your verse, bro.
No,
I
you
don't
weren't.
think I was.
No, I think Emmy.
Yeah, I've
I think it
been
was just you and Emmy.
pretty much.
But
yeah.
I got that and I was like, this motherfucker snap. So I can't wait to release that and shoot the video
I would
for it
love
and
to have
everything, bro.
another Nikki on a metal song type vibe. If you know.
Have you ever
feel
had me
that.
on a metal song though?
No, that would be fantastic though. I would love that.
I mean, you still got 2
I mean,
weeks,
it's
right?
something. I know it's something that you've fought back against a little bit.
A little
but you
bit.
did Men's Chess Club, and you did a great job on
But
that.
I don't even talk about men's chess.
If
Club.
you've never heard the Men's Chess Club project, please go listen to the Men's Chess Club project.
'Cause I was-
Speaking of that,
Yeah.
when are we doing Men's Chess Club Part 2?
Well,
Because, bro,
So
Yeah, that was fun.
the idea is while I'm doing Oops Records this
Mm-hmm.
year, I'm actually, sadly, I'm going to be taking a break from BrokenPus music.
okay.
It needs to breathe. It needs to take a nap. I discussed with your wife today that it needs to take a nap, so we can do Oops stuff.
Understandable.
But I can say it right now with great confidence that we can do another Men's Chess Club record
I would love to.
on or before 2025. I'm down with it, you know.
I'm still mad we didn't shoot the video for I Ran Away. Like,
Still have that shirt.
Yo, it's still hanging in the closet. It's
I
so
still have my shirt.
fucking dusty.
bro,
Yeah.
bro,
But- I mean, listen. At the end of the day,
you pushed me to write one of my favorite verses I've ever wrote, and my son wasn't even born yet when I wrote that song. He's 3
Yeah.
now, so yeah, like.
well, the thing that I would love to do though is that my son Left was already on some of my BrokenPus songs. We
Yes.
need to put Left and your
King
son,
on the song.
yeah,
We can
King
make that happen.
on one of those songs. It would be cool.
Yeah,
Whatever
we could
they
definitely
could
make
do.
that happen.
I mean, your
he
son's
already
a little,
loves the studio, bro.
your son's a little younger, but you can definitely.
But he
get
loves
him
the
to-
studio,
Yeah,
like-
yeah. And Left has been asking me when he can make a train song. I'm like, I don't know about a train song, but we can, we could do some choo-choo something. You know what I mean?
Nah, I feel- were there any key moments in life that shifted your artistic direction or personal growth? I know you kind of spoke on the Molly situation.
Oh yeah,
I know that
yeah.
definitely played a
But
big
but I
part
think
for
from
you.
an artistic direction perspective, I would
Yeah.
definitely say we've had so many names of this band, but when I first did the Sane band with Doodat, that's what really I realized what type of metal I liked to
Right.
write, and I realized what I wanted to do. I mean, everything. There's secret ones in there, but in this 52 weeks, we've added songs that me and Doodat wrote when we were like 17 or 16 years old, and that has still been maintained. So I
Bro,
would
that's
say that.
beautiful.
Yeah, yeah.
Funny you saying that. So the other day, I was finishing the Free Lunch project, and I went through my folder at the studio, and I found a bunch of songs that we did a while ago, and I've been revamping them with new verses.
I'm just saying, Men's Chess Club needs a No Molly No Mo.
I mean, we could do it.
That would be great.
We could do it.
I forgot how the
So I,
entire song goes, but
I just revamped Poolside
oh
recently.
shit,
Yeah,
a New Balance.
and
The New Balance song.
I'm currently in the process of revamping Super Sport.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so
Shit.
yeah,
Okay.
and what I'm planning to do with them is I'm going to put a snippet of the originals at the beginning,
all right.
and have it like a DJ scratch, and then have the new version come in.
Can we do versatility?
Yes, we
I
can.
have the finished recorded version of that.
Oh my
Yes,
song
we
God.
can.
and the iPhone archives. You know.
We definitely can. So same question for you. What was like key moments that changed or shifted your artistic views?
Well, back when we used to hang out at Metal Nick's house,
yeah,
I got introduced to Tech 9 by
Right.
him. It was it the C pitch or I forgot? I was,
that
all
was
sixes and sevens.
All sixes and sevens.
Was
Yeah,
fire.
Which
I
is
still love it to
actually-
this day. Tech 9 would never do another album like that.
No, sir.
He never has. I still love Tech. He's become a feature rapper at this point, but he's still fire when he brings out a new album. But at the end of the day, when I used to hang out with Sanchez and Nick, but then it just started being me and Nick.
Right.
And then because of Nick, I got into all types of music. I used
Yeah.
to only listen to hip hop and only hip hop and rap and reggaeton and my Spanish stuff.
Yeah.
But because of Nick, I love jazz, I love country, I love metal, I love all these types of genres because of him. He made me fall in love with music
I feel
in-
that.
as a whole. So my artistic inspiration, came I guess around that time. Yeah.
No, I feel that completely because all sixes and sevens do that put me on that.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this motherfucker is snapping. I already knew who Tech 9 was, but I wasn't listening to his music. But Do That came, I think we were riding to the falls to go cop some weed. And he's like, bro, listen to this shit. And you know it. The real Nancy bought one. Shout out to her. So yeah, he put me on that, and that definitely was like, all right, this shit's fire. He also put me on Diane Ward back then too. So yeah, I definitely say Do That has opened up my music palette on certain things that I probably wouldn't have listened to on my own. What about you, Nick? What has changed you artistically,
Oh man, I don't even know where to start.
or even just in your personal life?
I want to say CMG. Because
Yeah.
I wasn't really into hip hop until I started hanging around y'all.
I feel that.
Especially Emmy. Like at that time, I was literally just listening to ICP and Cottonmouth Kings. That was it. I thought they were like the best in hip hop.
Yeah,
I
And
remember
then
those
one
days.
day, I think we were hanging out on the patio.
yeah.
And fucking Doodat over here comes over. He's like, oh, I found out about this artist. I think you'll like him. Come to find out, it's fucking Mad Child.
Yeah.
That changed me. I think it was Mad Child that changed my look on music. And that's what really inspired me to find
Your lane.
my lane and like what I really like the style. And from there, I found other artists that I like. And even in the past year or so, or 2 years, like the main artist I listen to that really inspired me is Mad Child. Emmy knows the other one, Cal Scrubby, and
Easy Mac?
Easy Mac a little bit. He's what inspired season 3 Throwaway.
Yeah.
And it was actually Easy Mac's beats that I used for all season 3 Throwaways.
Okay, got you.
And yeah, he's just a weird artist, but he raps a lot about drugs and alcohol. And at that time, it was after Mom passed away. That's all I was doing is smoking and drinking.
No, I feel that.
And then I would just smoke and drink to the point where I would just pass out. And then the next day I would get up and smoke and drink until I passed out again. I just kept that going for a year.
Yeah.
And like how you were talking about how after your dad passed away, how like...
Yeah, I was like, fuck music at that moment.
Yeah, me too. All I wanted to do was just get fucked up and pass out.
See, King was probably the reason why I wasn't on that type of time. Because I was like, I got Lil Man. And I was just pouring into him as much as possible to just not think about that shit, really. But yeah.
I see my king was the fucking bottle.
No, I feel you.
And I was just drowning myself in that every day.
I feel that.
And then finally I was like, you know what, let me just write about it, put it on paper. And then that's when season 3 came around.
And I feel like, bro, that one episode when you really got into it, like I told you, you brought me to tears, bro.
Postscript?
I was like, bro, he really got into it.
That was a hard one for me to record.
I'm sure, bro. It was, you know what that made me feel like? It made me feel like when I did season 1 of Free Lunch Fridays, and I did Closer to My Dreams, and I told that story about what I went through. That's how I felt when I heard that song. I was like, bro, really went there.
Yeah, no, I did. And like, it's pretty much just like, I feel like Mom's passing was partially because of me. I wish I could have done more to bring her, to like help her, and I feel like I failed her.
But we put that type of pressure on ourselves, especially like being in the positions that we are, so I get that. But shit, we about to be in here crying, bro.
Yo, for real. No, but I just wanted to, one more thing to add to that is that recently it was the anniversary, the 2-year anniversary of my mom's passing.
Yeah, my sister's birthday.
And her birthday and all that, and my mom's birthday was the day before she passed.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and then for some reason this year it really fucked with me. It really fucked with me, and Emmy can attest to that I've been distant as fuck from everything, from everyone. Like even him. And it's not even, it has nothing to do with Emmy, has nothing to do with anyone else. It's just lately I've been fighting my own demons.
No, I feel that.
And I feel like I've been losing. So.
Nah, I definitely get that. And you and I had a good conversation the other day. I'm looking forward to everything we spoke about. Let's lighten the mood a little bit.
A little bit, right?
Who would you like to collaborate with and why?
Like any musician anywhere.
I don't care what genre it is.
Shit.
Anybody. They have to be alive, though. That's the only thing. Don't be like Tupac. Nigga, that's not happening.
Come on, genocide, Sean.
The weird Icelandic girl, what's her name?
Bjork?
Bjork. I
Bjork?
would love to collaborate with Bjork. She the weirdest bitch on planet Earth.
She makes good music though, bro.
Dude, if I could do a black metal version of Pagan Poetry with her, oh man, that would be so Bjork for sure, Bjork. For sure. And Nicki on metal.
Oh. He's put that up there a few times, bro.
He don't want to do it.
Nicki on metal.
What about you, buddy?
I mean, I think we already know who if I could collaborate with
but
anyone, if I can get Mad Child on a track, if I can get Mad Child on a track,
that's probably a bad.
Can he leave Canada?
Say what?
Can he leave Canada?
Oh yeah. He can leave Canada.
Cool.
I know. He was banned from America for a little bit,
that's
but
why
he can leave. He's actually got a crib in California.
Oh, fire!
And I would love to collaborate with Mad Child. Top tier, Mad Child. Second, Vinny Paz.
Okay, fire. What about you?
He's not, I mean, he's from Miami. He's not like, I don't want to say he's super famous, but Javi Dade.
I feel like you and Javi would do some fire shit.
I went to go record with him before I knew who he was, and I recorded Emmy, Are You Okay? And I remember he brought in his friend to hear the song because I was doing something nice to it or whatever. He was
Yeah.
fucking with it. And then on my Instagram, sometimes he would interact with me, and then when I post, so maybe, I don't know if Heavy Date ever sees this, maybe, I don't know how
I'ma
much,
tag him.
you know?
That's
Like,
dope.
we got
out.
tagged Heavy Date. I feel like me and him could make some type of music.
I
'cause we
feel
rhyme.
that Nika Dominican
Yeah, it would
collaboration would
fit,
be
so
fire.
maybe-
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Wait,
for
hold
sure.
on. Going back to me, who I would like to collaborate with.
Yeah.
I've already collaborated with a producer I've been wanting to collaborate
I
with.
know, that was amazing.
Fucking shout out to C Lance. Second Thoughts. I gotta send it to him. I still haven't sent that
Yeah,
shit to
definitely
him.
send it to him.
But I'm gonna send it to C Lance or tag him in it or something. But one of the producers I really wanted to collaborate with was C Lance, and I actually bought one of his beats exclusively, and that's actually the last track of the Red Viking.
And it's a fire song.
I
You
think
should
it was
listen
dope
to
that you were able to make that happen. I'm sure you felt with that how I felt when I connected with Space and Time and I did Checc Up, and he was like pushing my shit like, bro, I'm so happy you did this song.
I thought you were gonna say Lil B. I know that you really want to
Fuck
collaborate.
Lil
with
B. For anyone that doesn't know, Lil B followed me on Twitter for years, and him and I got into a situation one time, and he was like, bro, it's all peace and love. What's your budget? I'll do a feature for you. And I was like, bro, fuck you and your feature. You ask little girls for pictures of their feet, you weird motherfucker. If you ever wanted to soul me, you have to pay me for the feature. So that's why,
Look, Bass God.
This man over there
You can
said
collaborate
that.
with me if you want.
no, honestly, bro. Locally, if I could get anybody on a song right now, it'd be Do That. But this motherfucker act like he don't
Yeah.
rap no
Yeah,
more.
do that.
No rappers are retired
I
rappers.
actually hit
Beretta.
Dude up the other day. I was like, hey, you want to get on a song? He's like, you know
We need-
what?
we need you
I'll
on a-
give it a shot.
On a chorus, at least, man.
I almost
I
got to do that
guess
on the song.
As long as it's a hook, chorus,
Yeah, you're,
I'm
yeah.
in it. Yeah, I'm in it.
There'll be
He still
something.
has some of my favorite quotables. This
Oh,
man
man.
said. This man said like an Asian ching ching chong.
Oh man, so hard.
He has a verse where
Well,
he
what about
says,
skip your line at Walmart?
skip your line at Walmart. What about Miami Hoes Dumb? Bro, he has some of the most fire quotable songs.
And then don't we have Heartbeat Skip with him?
Yes.
Oh, that was a good one. Oh
Yes.
We should do Heartbeat Skip. We should
I
release
think-
Wasn't that my beat? Heartbeat
Honestly,
Skip?
bro,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was Palmer's beat.
man. No. It was
That's
his.
my beat, yeah, I think so. Heartbeat Skip, yeah.
I think before this year is done, I'm gonna put together an ECMG compilation of songs that we just have sitting. Just have them like remastered and
I don't know,
released.
that's
We're
kinda
not changing
scary,
verses or anything. No, it's gonna be fun. Cause you got songs like you got Heartbeat Skip.
Don't forget, we have Clusterfuck. I don't know if we want to release
Oh,
that.
That
what?
long ass
I don't know
song.
if we
Oh my
have
god.
that though. I think
I
that was
got
on,
it in the
you
email.
have, oh wow, you have the beat.
I think
I
I
might.
actually have the beat.
If you have that, send that to me.
There was like 5 songs I was able to save the beat. We did it. We remade them a couple of years ago,
Yeah.
and I just let them. Like what was
That'd
the
be
the
fire.
one about Love Lost, right?
Yeah,
Love Lost.
exactly, Love Lost, yeah.
I have that one that I redid.
We could. I still have that session actually. We
All
can
right,
definitely
well,
do that.
Okay.
You bitch.
Yeah.
I love that,
I
bro.
found,
that's
I hate
that's
to
one of the
say it, I
best
found that
endings
Christmas
on a song
song
ever.
that we did.
Oh, the Christmas song.
We still have to do that.
God.
We could do that this year.
Xmas or Die or something. What was the name of the song? Or White Christmas?
White.
Yeah, Jingle My Bells, and
Oh,
I'll
yeah,
give you a
Jingle My-
white Christmas.
Yeah, that was my line. I forgot.
That's when I tried that singing bit.
Oh yeah.
We got Bada Toma.
Oh,
That's my beat too, I think.
Yeah.
Pretty sure that's my beat.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can definitely do like a little ECMG compilation of old songs and put that out later on
Well,
this
I'd
year.
also like to let you guys know
Yes.
officially, since I'll have a lot of time, and this is to the world as well. I'm going to begin making hip hop beats again.
Beautiful.
And
I'm still waiting for you to remaster the one I sent you.
Yeah, no, I got you. It's hard though.
Okay, okay.
Beautiful.
But I'm going to be using live instruments only for every single one of them.
That's perfect.
No whatever.
Honestly, if I could get you do that and one other person to just fucking do live shows.
That's what the goal would be. And then we
Yeah,
have a
we
really
can-
good chick who sings, and
I know you
think
do.
that she would be doing some hooks and stuff. So gonna put her
That
to
would
work,
be
dude.
that would be beautiful.
And then the fact that Dude will be around to do the collaboration. Y'all got to come see the studio spot. It's kind of
I'm with it.
There's a treadmill and everything. It's
Oh.
great.
Running a rap. But bro, I asked you a lot of what I wanted to. What are some studio must-haves?
A UA interface.
Beautiful. What else? What about you, Nyxon?
Preparation. Don't come in the studio talk about I don't have my lyrics.
Oh yeah.
Factual.
Can you just drop his name, or you're not?
No,
allowed
I'm not
that
gonna
live?
drop his
Okay.
name. MC Dope.
Thank you.
But
Yeah,
like,
I got you.
I don't know.
bro.
It never made sense to come to the studio and you're just not prepared for it. It's like, why would make the session? Why make the session?
I mean-
why agree that you're going to be?
Yeah,
on the
I just
session?
think it was the fact that they weren't paying for the session that this guy wasn't taking it serious.
Even when I'm not paying for the
We
session,
should
when you're not
charge
paying
his
for the
ass,
session,
bro.
when you're not paying for the session, we all come prepared.
Prepared, yeah. You got to practice. I think Shim was telling us that people were like book like 4-hour sessions to write at the studio while
That's
he's playing the beat.
crazy as
well,
fuck.
I,
to me.
I,
For one
I
song?
get that for certain
That's
people.
fucking nuts.
Like, that's why I asked you earlier, do you prefer to create in the moment? Some people can only create in the moment. So they book a session, they pull up a beat.
But
Do
then,
you remember
that's when some people
the
think they're
best
Lil
session
Wayne
we
and
ever
they're not.
booked ever? Do you remember that?
When you heard my boy?
No, it was that girl. Remember that girl that was insane?
Actually, yeah, I just had a conversation with her recently. Yes. Me and Shim actually just spoke about that like 2 sessions ago. So you saying that's hilarious. But yeah, bro, you know, it'd be like that. Certain people just need to be in their element in the moment when they
Didn't
create
she tell us
music.
that she had a lot of occupations that we were like, what? You remember that one? I think you don't know which one I'm talking about.
Cookie?
Are we talking?
The one that
No.
had a ton of occupations that we were like, the fuck is happening
This
right
is not
now?
the one we met at Cutler Ridge Mall, is it?
Her, maybe.
No, he's not
Her
talking
house
about
was
her.
purple. She had purple
I never-
walls.
I ain't never been to the Purple House.
You talking about Cookie? Damn, we've been through some shit, guy.
Yeah, that was funny.
Cookie was this stripper that was friends and roommates with an ex-friend of mine. And the ex-friend of mine was like, Cracc, I got this girl, she raps, and I want you to meet her. And the shit you do for women, dog. We drove up there to meet the girl, and she was just fucking loony. Like, she was loony. The house had, like, the most awkward door. It wasn't like a knob where you could, like, just turn it and open it. Like, so we kind of felt like imprisoned a little bit.
I
while
swear I
being in
thought they
there.
were squatters. I did not think that they lived
Nah,
there.
they were
Okay.
paying for sure. But yeah, bro, it was just a weird situation. We've honestly, I feel like I've worked with more women in Miami than any other artist in Miami.
You have.
And how's that gone for you?
It's been pretty good for the most part. I just feel like I wish a lot of them were more like on top of it. Like, bro, like there's a lot of girls in Miami that can rap their asses off, and there's some that I feel like they're just not focused enough to get to that next level. But if they did, if they locked in, bro, they would blow.
You just
Definitely.
we got to put them through the 52 program.
I mean, maybe so.
Kill them.
There are 2 women in Miami right now that I'm like a huge fan of. One actually just has been doing like a 7-day. She just did a 7-day run of freestyles. Named Tiara Trinice, and the other is this young lady named Chrissy Celeste. They've been snapping, and they're fucking fire, bro. Like I have the utmost respect for both of them. Shout out to my boy 8Ball. He works for with Chrissy Celeste, and he's doing his thing down here. Shit, bro. What about you, Emmy? What's your studio must-haves?
Yeah, like what Nick said, just come prepared. When you go to the studio, if I'm booking a 3-hour session, I'm knocking out minimum 3 songs.
Not for
Like at a song an hour, because I'm not gonna go in there and write to us. I'm wasting my money if I go to the studio and do it like that. Just come prepared
Yeah, I
to
get
the studio. Like bring your. I started writing on my iPhone because it's a lot easier and a lot faster.
Yeah.
But just come prepared.
I don't know.
So-
I feel like ECMG is like we're so on top of it and prepared that we can knock out a song in a half hour.
Easily, and we've done
Easily.
it easily.
Because I remember one time I went to go record with Shim, and I was like, "Yo, this song is gonna take a little bit." I was in and out in 20 minutes.
Yeah,
He's
people
like,
do
"I
that.
thought you were gonna take a while." I was like, "I guess not."
Yeah.
Now that's something that him and I always joke on. The first time I went to record with him, we had a 4-hour session, and we got through. Dude,
Back
you
in
were there
Shim's
actually.
garage.
This is back when he had in the back of the house.
Yeah.
It was me, you, Marcus, and Chowder.
Okay.
That's to say how long ago this was. It's like 2011, and we got like 4 songs done, and all the lights in the neighborhood went out. It was a complete blackout in that neighborhood, and we were like, "Damn, is this just like
Wasn't that the last session? The power went out.
Yeah, we were joking about that the last session. So the last session where when we were finalizing the Red Viking, the power went out for like 10 minutes. Yeah. And Shim just started laughing. He goes, "Cracc, we just spoke about this the other day." Because we had just, bro, it was like, maybe it was like 4 days after him and I had spoken about our first session ever and how we had the blackout in South Miami Heights, that we're in Nyxon session. I had just finished recording, I think the C3PO verse? No, I had just finished recording the higher grade verse, and then the lights went out. I was like, ain't this some shit?
Thank God for autosave.
My studio must-haves now are water. And the reason I asked this question actually is because the homie DJ H2 asked me this the other day on Twitter. And I was joking with him. I was like, bro, back in the days, I'd have told you straight up, I needed a bottle of gin and I needed some weed. But now, bro, all I need is water. And I'm good.
That's really deep, dude.
It's funny you said that because the session before you and I had the session, it was Emmy and I brought a 6-pack of Guinness. Yeah,
that's like water.
Actually, when I recorded Second Thoughts, I was 3 Guinnesses in.
Oh, shit.
Looks like we got 5 minutes, bro.
Oh, we're doing good. I feel like we did amazing. I'm glad that I got to get all of y'all in here, bro. I feel like I haven't seen all of you fuckers in years now.
Yeah, together like this, this is fire.
Honestly, when I hopped out the car and I saw Doodad's face, I was like, what the fuck?
I was not expecting to do that.
I didn't tell y'all that he was coming. He texted me and told me that he was coming.
Yeah,
but I wasn't going to say nothing. I wanted to be a surprise.
That was definitely a fucking surprise.
But yeah, bro, I'm proud of all of y'all on God.
Yeah, it's our year. It's our year.
Emmy, I'm really focused on you getting your stuff done, bro.
At the end of August, I'll be able to get back on my feet.
I already
because
know.
You know my situation.
Yeah, I already know. Bro, everything is with timing. Like, there's no rush on shit. But I definitely want to see you get the Spanish project done. I want to help you with getting your videos done and making sure that everything is where it needs to be. Yes. Nyxon, sir, we're going to get this coffee break done, bro.
This coffee break's going to be nasty.
Sir. David, I can't wait to see what you do with Oops. You two do that. Tell Aileen I said what's up.
Yeah.
Love to Aileen for sure.
Everybody check out the next song coming out on Friday. It's called Emergency.
Okay.
And then
remind him the name of the band though.
The name of the band is BrokenPus at BrokenPus. That's P-U-S, not P-U-S-S. P-U-S on Instagram.
Yeah, pus, not puss.
You might mistake it for puss, but it's actually
Emergency drops on Friday, and then the following week from that, the song 52 is dropping, and there'll be a video for both of those. Y'all check it out, please. And then Oops, our first record, will be out on Halloween.
Give the socials for that one as well.
Do you know what it is?
Is it what?
Oops Band, I think it is.
Yeah, the Oops.
Oops the band. Oops the band, yeah. And yeah. Check it out.
Therapy session from earlier this year. 7 videos. Check it out. I just released the Red Viking. Gotta check that out. Coffee breaks coming in October.
All right, it's definitely a Nicki Minaj fan around here. Shout out to them.
Yeah.
Nyxon, you continue, bro.
Continue what?
You were saying.
I said coffee break.
Gotcha.
Coffee break's coming out in October. It's a 5-track EP with Cracc and myself.
Where can I get one of the shirts? I want one.
You just let me know. I'll get it for you.
Okay, so hit Nyxon on Instagram, right?
Instagram, Twitter.
If you want one of the T-shirts. Stand up, show that shirt, man.
Oh, man, we got to show the T-shirt now. Look
show
at
the
that
T-shirt. Hey.
The Red Viking. I got posters. I got keychains. I got stickers, magnets, holographic stickers. Coming out with coasters pretty soon. Whatever you need,
yes, sir,
I got
yes,
it.
Sir.
All the crazy shit. It's gonna be available.
And there will be a lot more of the El Camino merch coming out within the next few months. Getting back to the hoodies. Planning to drop some beanies soon. T-shirts will be coming. You guys can reach me on all my socials at Cracc Cobain. That's C-R-A 2 C's. It's not a typo. That's
Camino.
That's C-R-A-C-C, Cobain, like Kurt, because everything I say is mind-blowing.
I also got the Red Viking hard copy CDs
sir.
coming out, and if you want it, you let me know, and I'll get the vinyls for you as well.
I want one of each of those.
You want each of those?
One of each.
All right, Emily, let them know your socials, my man.
My socials on Instagram, I'm Emmy Alexander. I think Emmy_Alexander. Emmy like the awards, Emmy Awards. And Alexander, Alexander the Great. And on Twitter, I'm Emmy Alexander altogether, but with an extra R at the end. I've been trying to get the handle from the Instagram, but Twitter doesn't like me because nobody has those handles, but I can't accept it or something. So, yeah.
What about you, sir? Do that.
The best way to find me is just Oops the Band at Instagram.com, or whatever you call it, Facebook.
The
I'm
app,
not
yeah.
sure. That's about it.
Buy a BrokenPus T-shirt too, please.
Please, there's 52,
There's 52 of them.
Yes.
That's 52 shirts.
Tap in, get your BrokenPus t-shirts. Tap in, get your Red Viking t-shirts.
Yep.
Like I said, there'll be more El Camino Media merchandise coming within the next few months. I do appreciate my brothers coming in tapping in with me today.
Yes, sir.
It's been a great episode.
Yes, sir.
And we got a lot coming. All right, y'all have a great one. Camino Corner, Cracc.